I first met Nelson Mandela on the 13th of December 1989, a few months after I became president. Mandela was brought in secret to my office in Cape Town. He was taller than I anticipated or expected, slightly stooped by 71 years, and the first impressions that he conveyed were of dignity, courtesy, and self-confidence. We did not discuss any substantive issues at that first meeting and spent most of the time sort of sizing each other up. Mandela was surprised by my willingness to listen. In his autobiography, he commented that, and I quote, "This was a novel experience. Mr. de Klerk seemed to be making a real attempt to listen and understand." In the end, we both reached the conclusion that we would be able to do business with one another. The time was ripe for change. On the 2nd of February 1990, in a speech at the opening of Parliament, I spelled out a vision that included a new, democratic, powerful constitution, universal franchise, freedom from domination, equality before an independent judiciary, the protection of minorities as well as of individual rights, freedom of religion, and a sound economy based on proven economic principles and private enterprise. I also announced the imminent release of Nelson Mandela and the unbanning of the African National Congress, the South African Communist Party, and all other prohibited organizations. My next meeting with Nelson Mandela took place on 9 February 1990. Again, he was brought under cover of darkness to my office, which later became his office, and I informed him that we wanted to release him from prison in Johannesburg on the 11th of February. His reaction surprised me. He said, no, I don't want to be released on the 11th of February. I said, why, Mr. Mandela? He said, we need more time to prepare. And I remember telling him, Mr. Mandela, you and I are going to negotiate about many things, but you've been in jail long enough. This is not negotiable. You will be released on the 11th of February. Let us negotiate about where do you want to be released and what time of the day. And he smiled and said, I prefer not to be released in Johannesburg, but from the jail where he was then staying, and I prefer to be released at noon. And we settled on that.